Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is I'm starting off bad already. Today's video is an empties video. I think it's like June and July, but I'm going to start off with candles. I think I'm gonna start off with candles. Yeah, because I feel like the candles are taking up the most room. And I'm going to start off with candles that are not finished, but are on their way to being finished, like within the next few days. So I'm going to get those out of the way first. So yeah, if you're interested, stay tuned. So let's start off with this one. This is a Bath & Body Works candle. This is Summer Boardwalk. The scent notes are caramel glazed popcorn, warm taffy apples, salty sweet cream. And this is an older one, so it still says with natural essential oils. I think it doesn't say that anymore, but this is from last year. Yes, this is from last year. It was a part of, I don't know, but it's from last year. I don't think Summer Boardwalk came in a 3-wick this year, did it? I don't think it did. I need to make sure I have another Summer Boardwalk. I really like Summer Boardwalk as a kind of transitional fragrance. It has that apple in it, and apple to me is a really good summer to fall transitional fragrance that can still be burned or melted in the fall time, just depending on the spice level. This one's kind of light. It's fresh, like a Mac apple. A little bit of caramel. Does it say caramel? Yeah, it says caramel glazed popcorn. A little bit of popcorn. It really literally smells like being at some type of fair or being at the circus, where they sell caramel apples or candy apples and popcorn and stuff like that. The popcorn note is very salty, but it's also sweet, kind of like kettle corn rather than caramel glaze. But yeah, it's had an okay burn. I'm done trimming the wicks because although they do look long, they don't have any mushroom tops. And once this actually fully pulls out, these wicks actually get really small. So I'm done like trimming them. I won't be trimming them anymore. And it actually is burning nicely, and it has an amazing throw. If you know anything about Summer Boardwalk, you know that the throw is like 10 out of 10. And so I'm going to see and make sure I have another one. And if I don't, I might save it. But also, I might not, because it's not like my favorite type of scent. But it's just a really good scent whenever it kind of goes and blends with a lot of different things. And so that is Summer Boardwalk. The next one is still kind of warm. Actually, this one's done. So I'll do this with Empties. The next one is another Bath & Body Works candle that it's not done yet. It's Vanilla Coconut Surf. This again is from last year. And I'll give it a couple days to like 2 days of a 3-hour burn or something like that. The scent notes are sweet vanilla, coconut waves, beechwood with natural essential oils. Again, this is from last year. It's been repackaged as a couple of things. I can't remember what it was repackaged as. It was something in the fall that it was honey something. I actually bought that one. I did not. I think there's another one that came out this year that they renamed to something else, like repackaged it and renamed to something else as well, like vanilla coconut, maybe just vanilla coconut. I didn't get that one. I haven't gotten any really Bath & Body Works candles. I do want the Dutch apple waffle candle, even though I have 2 of the older versions of that. I just kind of, as a collector and as a connoisseur and an addict of buying candles and wax, I just kind of want it in my collection. But I actually opted not to get it. It is an online exclusive. The free shipping was over $100, and I just don't want to get caught up like that. I already have a lot of candles. I have a lot of candles coming in. I have a lot of candles I'm planning on purchasing. I have tons of Bath & Body Works candles, so I just kind of like, I'm trying to contain myself. Like, I'm trying my best. My energy seems off, like low, but it is early. I kind of don't feel 100%. I did have a cup of coffee, but it hasn't hit yet, maybe. I don't know. But this is a really good scent. It's very strong. It's a very creamy coconut. Definitely like coconut shavings, but also it leans very much body care. I would wear this like as lotion or something like that. And it's just a really good scent. It actually goes really good with, there's some scents in here that I've already completed that I feel like it would go really good with. I have backups of this one. I have one of the one that came out in the fall, the honey something. So I'm really good on, you know, buying more of this one. I don't want to like save it. It's not like a coveted scent for me, but it is really good. So I will be finishing that within the next couple of days. I'm hoping, at least. Let's see. One last Bath and Body Works that's not empty is this one. I am going to go ahead and finish this up. This is Cinnamon Sugar Donut. This was poured back in 2015, but this was a great burn. As you can see, it's been super clean burning. I probably do need to trim the wicks with this one, but this was just like, this is amazing. This is definitely like an older formulation. Not formulation as far as the scent is concerned, but an older wax formulation. I think this would be probably, I think it was still a Parasoy blend or a Para something blend. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. But because it's definitely, it wasn't 100% natural, and I think it had a little bit more paraffin in it. But this, I mean, it was not a powerhouse, but it was giving what Cinnamon Sugar Donut originally gave, which I don't know if the newer versions of Cinnamon Sugar Donut or any newer versions of Bath and Body Works are like that, are bakery, are giving such a clean burn, a consistent throw throughout the entire candle. Because I want to say the throw had to been like a 7.5 out of 10. It's not a powerhouse, but you definitely can smell it in a larger room. It doesn't smell like a fried donut. It just smells like a doughy donut with cinnamon and sugar. It's so delicious. As a matter of fact, there is a candle by Caramel Sundays that I was burning this one with. It's graham cracker. I think it's just called graham cracker. That kind of smells like an orange marmalade type of scent, but it also leans kind of fall rather than summer because it came out in the spring. But that with this candle paired so greatly. But yeah, I'm not done with it. I'm actually cherishing it because I just love this scent, and I'm just so happy with the burn. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good. It doesn't smell burnt or anything like that, how Bath and Body Works Bakery normally does. So yeah, there's that. And then let's see. As far as Bath and Body Works, not empties, that is it. I want to kind of gear over towards this guy. Let me see if I can. I don't want to mess up anything. No, I think I'll be messing up something if I zoom in. But this guy, let me just bring it over. This will probably be done within the next few days. This is by Country Candle, which is I don't know, a sub brand of Kringle candle. Country Candle is going to be obsolete, and so they are getting rid of these. And I bought this candle during their Memorial Day sale, and some of those were hits and some of those were misses. Country Candle tends to be a hit or a miss for me, but this one to me was a hit. The only thing is that I want it to be stronger. So the thing about it is, it's not like it's not strong at all. Like, it's about a 6 out of 10 in a small bedroom, which it's just such a good scent. I don't know what the scent notes are, but it's called Blueberry Maple. So you can kind of, you know, it's self-explanatory what the scent notes are. But it smells like a blueberry, not pancake, but the essence and the aroma of what a pancake would be. Not the bakeryness of a pancake, but like you walked in and you, like maybe the batter of a blueberry pancake. Like the batter plus the blueberries in there, how that would smell with the maple. I thought this candle was amazing. It's burned cleanly. They're really, I mean, there might be a little bit of soot, but the tiniest amount. And, you know, we are getting towards the bottom. That candle, that wick look like it's not going to survive. What is happening? I think it's, I don't know. We'll see. But up until that one wick situation just now, I don't know if I've done something to that. We'll see. But the scent itself has been really, really good for me. I think it goes with a lot of stuff. Just gonna move that over and hope that that doesn't go out. Because, you know, this is part of my decor. But yeah, no, that scent is great. I'm hoping they do bring it back in the Kringle line and also make it stronger. Brett from Philly Candleman, he stated that their newer pours with Kringle are supposed to be stronger moving forward. So hopefully if they do remake that one, it is a lot stronger. So unlike this one, so this one is probably gonna go, it has been in under the candle warmer, but it's probably about to go into the crock. But this is by Country also. It's called Coconut Blueberry Tart. It has coconut, blueberry, plum butter, orange, peach, cinnamon, jasmine, raspberry, almond, vanilla, caramel, and musk. One thing I also hope that Kringle starts to do is to simplify their scent notes. Like there's absolutely, it's not necessary to put every little thing that you actually have put into the scent, because it just is unnecessary. And then when you see it as a consumer and you're like, oh, I don't smell that, it kind of just like, it creates this negativity that doesn't necessarily need to be there. They would have been okay with coconut, blueberry, vanilla, caramel, maybe a little bit of the cinnamon, and that's it. They could have kept out all the fruity notes, that jasmine especially, the musk, all of that. Because what this smells like is a creamy blueberry tart, which is like the image that you see here, like a creamy blueberry tart. It almost has a bit of a sorbet type of smell to it. They could have named this coconut blueberry sorbet, honestly. But it's a really good scent. The problem is that the throw was basically non-existent. Burning, you had to hover over it to smell anything, and even then it was hard to smell. Now the thing is, when I did put it under the wax warmer, this thing filled up the entire house. And so that's why I'm going to go ahead and just put it in the candle crock. Just because, as you can see, the wax warmer just kind of like only melted a little bit of it, and I'm really trying to get rid of it. So that's why it's in this video, because once I can't smell it anymore, it's going in the garbage. But it's just such a really nice scent. I just wish it performed. And this is part of the reason why they are getting rid of the Country Candle line, because a lot of times they did not perform. And I don't know what the science behind that is. I don't know how it is that the Kringle brand performed, but the Country Candle line was not doing well. So there's that. And so not last, two more that are also from Kringle that I haven't finished yet, but will be finished soon. This one is watercolors. Let's see. It is apple, citrus, currant, jasmine, musk, rose, sandalwood, sparkling strawberry, and sweet pea. So this one, again, the scent notes, you know, there's some stuff in there, but it's just, it gets confusing. This is very astringent to me. This is not smooth to my nose. Even burning, it has, I don't know if you remember that, you know, with certain Bath and Body Works scents, I haven't smelled these types of scents in a long time. But back in the day, there were certain Bath and Body Works would do certain scents that would have this astringent, kerosene, almost like chemical type smell in them when you burned it. And this is kind of giving that. It's very, it's just very harsh. And like, it's almost like I can also smell the wicks burning when I am burning it. And so the scent itself is more perfumey, but it's like a perfume, like this very generic, maybe fruit patchouli type of scent. Like, does it have patchouli in it? No, but it's like one of those perfumes that I don't like. Like one that's supposed to be geared towards fruitiness, but it has maybe like a patchouli note in it that's kind of like making it just very harsh and not really smooth. And so I'm not really a fan of this. I'm like kind of hate burning this right now, like just to kind of get rid of it and letting it be in the background. I'm definitely putting it in large rooms because let me tell you, this throws. Don't like the scent, but it throws. It's like I will consider it a 10 out of 10 throw. But I don't like the scent. It's not natural. So that is Watercolors by Kringle. And last, we'll end this portion on a semi-good note. There is this one. This is Mon Amour. This is Vanilla Orchid, Crimson Blossom, Sugar Crystal, Star Jasmine, Caramel Strands, Oak Moss, Red Amber, Gilded Musk, Sandalwood. I'm not going to repeat what I just said, but y'all know those are the notes. And so this one is supposed to, I think, smell like Baccarat Rouge 540, which is a perfume by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. An expensive perfume. Now, this has like a bit of a chocolate note in it, which I didn't hate. This is the thing. It had like this cocoa. And I've seen people in the Kringle Candle group discuss this scent. And there's a few people that bring up the chocolate note. And so I don't know if this was a mispour. So think of one of the Kringle Candle chocolate candles, like chocolate scented candles like Bittersweet, or that chocolate egg candle they came out with during Easter. Think of that type of chocolate mixed into the Baccarat Rouge DNA. That's what this smells like. But like I said, I did not hate it. It actually allows you to kind of burn this with any type of scent, whether it be a fruit scent, a coconut scent, like a beachy scent. It kind of just goes because you have that freshness and that sweet airiness from the Baccarat Rouge smell, but you also have a gourmand element. So I actually did not hate it. I don't know if it was a mispour, because when you first saw this come out, people were just compared to Baccarat Rouge. But, and let me tell you, it's obviously not a direct dupe, but it has that DNA for sure. I know that was the direction that they were trying to go in. So I have not been wanting to actually end this burn because it is such a good background scent, and I don't want to really buy another one. It's like I love it, but I also don't want or need another one. And I don't even think they have the 3 wicks. Maybe they do. Maybe they do still have the 3 wicks of this one still. But I thought it was strong too. It had a great throw. It has a great throw. Like 9 out of 10. It's not overpowering. I think if it was like completely beast mode, it would just kind of maybe be headache inducing. But no, this is a really good scent. So I actually have been taking my time with that one because I like it so much. Is that all for the candles as far as not being done? All right, let's move forward. So this candle I actually just took out of the crock. This is pistachio toasted vanilla. It's actually still warm, so we're gonna try not to move it around too much. It just solidified. Let me see if I can make it go upside down. It looks like it's all solidified, so we'll see. This is salted pistachios, toasted vanilla almonds with natural essential oils. This scent is so good. This is not a cherry pistachio. It is definitely a nutty pistachio. It's probably the most authentic pistachio that I have smelled across the candle and wax realm, you know. The only thing is it did not perform. And I have a couple more backups of these, and I'm not even going to waste my time trying to even burn it. I'm just going to throw it in the candle crock because honestly, this was another scent that kind of went with everything because it's very much a vanilla pistachio scent. And I typically am doing gourmands, but even when I did kind of like the fruity stuff, it kind of like just was in the background, kind of like just a nutty vanilla, and so it did really well. So I'll probably still put the other ones that I have in the crock. And it's unfortunate because now I don't want to buy this candle, even though it comes out, I think it comes out every year now. This one is from 2023, but it comes out every year, and it just doesn't perform. But a really nice scent. It has this like golf ball. I don't know, I think of a golf ball when I look at the label. But yeah, so that one I have more of, but I don't think I'll be purchasing any more of it. All right, and we're gonna stay with Bath and Body Works here. This is Palo Santo Vanilla. This is from 2024. Their fall, I think it was, no, their summer collection. This is Palo Santo Woody Musk Tonka Bean. So this scent is so good. It's so good. It did not burn well, because you can see there's a little bit of sootiness, and I kind of had to babysit it a little bit, because this one did get kind of like the puny wicks. It started off with the chunky wicks. Like it had the chunky wicks, and those, you know, develop a mushroom top, and you have to babysit it just because you don't want it to burn too much and scorch it. So I did have to babysit it at the beginning, and I did kind of have to babysit it at the end as well, but it wasn't because of that. It's just that I had to blow it out before it burned the wax to where the wax would change scents. Like sometimes the wax gets so hot and it doesn't evaporate the way it's supposed to, where it's just like it turns into this burning wax smell. And so I didn't want to have that happen, so I would trim it just a little bit at the top, even though they weren't building mushroom tops towards the middle and end of it. But it was still, it's a great thrower. 8, 9, I might even dare to say 10 out of 10. But it's smooth. It's not going to give you a headache. It's a very smooth Palo Santo vanilla type of scent. The Palo Santo mixed with the vanilla, because they have a Palo Santo candle by itself. That one could be a little bit more harsh, but mixed with the vanilla, it's just very smooth and relaxing. I think it's a scent that you can do year round. I do think it's a great, because of the Palo Santo, I do think it's a great fall and winter type scent. This is such a great candle. I would definitely get it again. I have more of it. I'm so excited that I have more of this, because I loved it so much. Like, I love this scent so much. So there's that. So let's head back over to Kringle. This one is, again, from the Country Candle line. This is another one that I got for the Memorial Day sale. This is Blueberry Cream Pop. I don't know what the scent notes are for this one. It was an older pour, but it smells like this also kind of gives not a sorbet, because there's not really a creaminess to it. It's actually quite fruity and juicy almost, like, but it's cold. But it's not like, because I think it's called Blueberry Cream Pop, so I kind of get the name, because it's not as popsicle-y, or like there is this smoothness, but it's not like a vanilla cream smoothness. It's just kind of like how it was made. If anything, I would think it was like a super fruity blueberry smoothie or something like that. But it didn't matter because I couldn't smell it. And so I had this in the room. I did burn it all the way down, but I could not really smell it. And I burned it exclusively in a bedroom, and I just couldn't smell it. So again, people were upset about the Country Candle line going away, but this was part of the problem. Like, you could not smell a lot of the scents. So I really think that I will give my Country Candle, I have a few more of these jars. I will give my Country Candle a chance, like on first burn, but if I don't smell it, I'm not going to waste my time, because, you know, soy wax takes forever to burn through. I'm not going to waste my time trying to get to the bottom. I'm just going to throw it in a candle crock and be done with it. And that should help me too. So this next one is a Kringle 3-wick. This one was Fiji. So this is Kiwi Blossom, pineapple nectar, pear, green coconut, mandarin, mugwort, frangipani, orchid, amber, musk, and vanilla. I don't know what mugwort is, but essentially this smelled like another very strong, astringent type of perfume. It said Fiji, but to me it does not evoke a vacation. It definitely doesn't evoke Fiji for me. It's just like a strong perfume smell, and more than the watercolors. The watercolors was just kind of like, it's perfumey, but it's like, the watercolors was a lot, but it was just like burnt in perfumey. This one is straight up perfumey. I didn't really smell a burntness to it, but it was so like, and I love perfume. I love personal fragrance, and I am an oversprayer. But you ever be around, there are certain scents that you cannot overspray. And I don't know if you've ever been around someone who just went way too hard on the perfume. That's what this smells like. And although it was pleasant, I will not purchase this again. It just is not my type of scent. And it was great throw. If you like those fruity, perfumey type of scents, go for it. It's very strong. It's a great performer, at least in this 3-wick form. But like, it's just, no, it's not my type of scent. Another Kringle, but in a different type of jar. This is a 2-wick jar. This was Leprechaun Treats. This was super sweet, very vanilla, creamy vanilla, warm amber, more vanilla. I liked this scent description because it was kind of like, like pun, the vanilla pun, because essentially this is a vanilla scent. And it's like more vanilla, very vanilla, creamy vanilla. Like, I enjoyed that, so I don't think this was a waste of words. I enjoyed the cuteness of it. But this one, I don't know if it was because of the vanilla, but it burned so dirty. And I would look up and the flames were just like smoking, especially obviously towards the bottom. And the thing is, that's just kind of like something that you're going to get when dealing with these types of tumblers, because essentially it turns itself into a hurricane. There's so much heat that gets trapped towards the bottom that it starts burning more. And but I've never had it soot like this one, and I would think that maybe it's because of the vanilla. But one thing I'll tell you about this scent and it being vanilla, it performed. This was the best performing vanilla that I've ever smelled. A lot of times when you have vanilla straight in a scent, it's kind of hard to get it to throw. The best vanilla that I've ever smelled that threw for me was Vanilla Bean from Bath and Body Works. I don't know about this new Vanilla Bean, but when it first came out, it was vanilla pumpkin marshmallow. Then it went to vanilla bean marshmallow, and then it became permanent as vanilla bean. Has that changed? I'm not sure, but I'm just giving you circa 2018, 19. Even I think actually vanilla pumpkin marshmallow might have came out in 2016 or 2015 or something like that. Then it went to vanilla bean marshmallow, and then vanilla bean. Anyway, but so that was always the best vanilla throwing candle, because obviously you didn't smell pumpkin, in that candle. And obviously you also know that they have Vanilla Bean Noel. That doesn't throw. Great scent, but it doesn't throw as a candle. So anyway, but this, it threw, it performed, it was strong. And I have another one, but I got to figure out what I want to do with it. I might have to throw it in the crock because soot scares me. So, but yeah, great candle. Just the performance as far as the wicks were just a little rough to deal with. And the last Kringle that I have is this Sea Salt and Tonka. And I don't know the scent notes of this, but I think this was the second one that I got. I think I had this before. I'm not sure. I can't remember. This scent was very spa-like, very fresh, like something that you would actually smell in a spa. And the thing about it is I kept it exclusively in the bathroom, and it went really well with anything that I was melting in the bathroom. The thing is, I would not buy this again because there's this like smokiness, and I don't know if it comes from the wicks or if that's just the smell of the scent, but there's just smokiness in it I don't necessarily like. Also, I did keep it exclusively in the bathroom, and in the bathroom it did well. I feel like I did take it out of the bathroom at one point and I didn't really smell it that much. But yeah, it's just like a natural, clean type of scent. You see this Epsom salt that's on here? Like, that's kind of what it kind of smells like. A really, you prepared a bath with some type of sea salt scented Epsom salt. And that's what it smells like, because it's kind of watery. And not like beachy watery, but like actual, you ran your bath steaming hot water. So I can see why it's comforting, but it is not my type of scent. I don't think I would get that again, and I kind of want to remember, because I really feel like I had it before, I didn't like it, I got it again. That's what I think happened. So anyway, let's go to this random gem. This is Miller Harris Scherzo. There's no scent notes, but essentially Scherzo smells very similar to Parfums de Marly Delina, but there's this like candied sweetness in it, and there's oud. I do have this fragrance as a perfume. It is such a compliment getter, and so they had this vessel on sale at Miller Harris, and I'm like, I want to go ahead and get this candle. I bought like 4 of them, so I have 3 more. But the burn on this candle is absolutely horrible. And I think it's because of this matte jar. I think it gets way too hot to the point that I do kind of feel like I understand how I should burn it now. Because what will happen is it will start sitting, and I would put it out, and then I would go ahead and trim it. And then it was okay. Like, I would trim it while the wax was still liquefied. And I think that's kind of the key. But if I let this go for too long without doing that, like, this happened. It was really, really bad. This is supposed to be natural wax, though. So, it says peel here, but my nails won't let me do that. I think it's supposed to be natural wax, some type of vegetable wax, or I don't know if it's soy because it didn't dry up like soy, but yeah, that's that one. It was a good scent though. It wasn't a major throw. It is a 1 wick. It's only like an 8 ounce or whatever. So it's not going to be like super, just based off of the fact that it's a 1 wick. It's not going to be super crazy, but you know, it did well like in the bathroom and in the bedroom. I could smell it. And now that I see that this is taking so long, I think I'm going to do candles, and then I think I'm going to do wax melts. So this next one is Lemon Pound Cake from Caramel Sundays. This is one I got back in January. Wow. The top notes are lemon peel, middle notes are butter, bottom notes are cake and vanilla sugar. So this label did not come on here. I actually made it because I'm a crazy person and I need to know the notes when I go to pick out my candles. It is what it is. But this one is very comparable to Bath & Body Works Ice Lemon Pound Cake. Would I say it was better? No, but I do think that this one might have been a little bit more, because I really love Bath & Body Works Ice Lemon Pound Cake. This one might have been a little more realistic, a little bit more on the gourmand side. And I won't say that because they're both gourmand, but this one might have been more realistic to my nose. The Ice Lemon Pound Cake from Bath & Body Works is a little bit more artificial. But I still love that one. Has a great throw. I also really love this one. This one has a great throw too. This was in their 3 wick vessels that they came out with at the beginning of the year. And as you can see, it burned really, really bad. And I kind of got its number 2 towards the end of it. I was like, okay. And it didn't really sit, but it was doing that thing where it sits there and it just burns the wax, and the wax is not, you know, evaporating or whatever wax does when you burn it. And so that's why it started getting like this darkness in the wax. And so what I ended up doing is like I would let it pull out, and then I would put out one wick and let two go. And then if I saw it, this part solidifying too much, I put out that wick and then go ahead and reburn that wick. So it took a lot of babysitting towards the end, and I think I have another one of this one in this vessel. So I know that now, I don't know, I might just throw it in a crock. I don't know. But I know now how to kind of tame it, but they do not do the 3-wick vessels anymore, and I see why. At first I was like, mine is burning, because up to right here, it was burning great. I'm like, mine is burning great, but then towards the end, it got weird. So that's that one, and it had good performance. I want to say it was like a 7, 8 out of 10, which I thought was good. And that will be in the bedroom and in the larger rooms as well. All right, so the next one I have is Cherry Mousse. This one, off bat, this is a very strong candle. It is a very strong candle. This is top notes of almond, cherry, and Cool Whip, middle notes of sugar, milk, and vetiver, base notes of vanilla and raspberry. So with the vetiver in there, it's basically making it more of a perfumey smell. And do not think Lost Cherry by Tom Ford, not any type of Rolling in Love by Killian, if you're familiar with these brands or whatever. I'm trying to think of another cherry scent that's out there. But I've never smelled this actually in a perfume, but it is giving perfume vibes. And I think it is because of that vetiver. And it was very strong, like 9 out of 10. I might even dare to say 10 out of 10. I could see somebody saying, oh my God, this gave me a headache. But to me, it was great. And I would put it, I didn't have it in the room because it was so like intense. So I did have to pull it. And this is just their 2-wick. I did have to put it out here in the open area to enjoy it, because it being in such a small area, it just was too much. And so it's hard to enjoy with it being so much. And I would like put it in like a corner in the living room. That way it can kind of like, I'm not over there in that corner. That way it can kind of, I can smell the essence of it in the rest of the house or whatever. So really good. I actually have this in a 40 ounce as well. What else do I want to say about this? I do wish it was a little creamier. Like I wish that there was a little more Cool Whip in it to give it some kind of like creaminess and more of a gourmand, like for it to be perfume / gourmand. But that's okay. It still was really good. Like I said, I ordered a 40 ounce of it. Like I got a backup of it in a bigger size. So that's how much I really love that candle. But that's Cherry Mousse from Caramel Sundays. And the last candle that I have from Caramel Sundays is Sugar Shack. This was top notes of angel food cake and butter, middle notes of vanilla bean, mixed berries, and bottom notes of whipped cream. This one, honestly, I could not smell. I wish there was a crock big enough to fit this. Like, I really just want to develop something like that for both the Homeworks candles and these just larger vessels in general. But yeah, I could not really smell it. I reached out to them. They said, it's a vanilla scent, and I understand that. So I just, it is what it is. Love the scent. It's very creamy vanilla, very like angel food-esque. Like it, angel food cake is not necessarily super heavy or dense. It's very light. And so that is what it gave, but I couldn't smell it. It's just unfortunate. But I need to remember that I couldn't smell it. So if it comes around next year, I don't waste my money again. And I hate to say that, that's no shade, because I'm sure there's somebody out there who loves a super light scent, and it's just not me. And then there's all candle brands have light throwers and super, super strong throwers. And sometimes I feel like whenever we're talking about small businesses, I guess you have to be a little bit more gentle, but people get a little more offended. But if I'm talking about Bath and Body Works, or I just got finished talking about I didn't get any throw with one of these Kringle candles, people get up in arms oh my God, it's okay. It really is, because I still spend hundreds of dollars with you, a month. So it's fine. that I didn't like that one. It's okay. All right, so last for the candles, and I do think I'm gonna split the videos up, but the last for the candle, I got through a lot. It's gonna be homework. So this first one is Hinoki Woods and Bamboo. This is Hinoki Wood, green bamboo, shiso leaf, and white lily. This was very strong. This is such a strong candle, but it's not one that I would get again. It's one that I know somebody would appreciate, but it's just not one that I would get again. It was very heavy on like that bamboo. Didn't Bath and Body Works used to have a bamboo scent? Huh. Anyway, I really feel like there was a scent. It was like comparable to like fresh balsam, but it was like based off of like the strength and throw. Like it was a very popular bamboo scent. Anyway, but yeah, this was very strong on the bamboo. That Lily of the Valley, and did it say Lily of the Valley or White Lily? Anytime I see Lily in a scent, I get a little nervous because it's giving, oh, I hate to say this, but like very mature, because Lily of the Valley and Lily scents back in the 50s and 60s, maybe the 40s, even earlier or whatever, was super, like a very popular note in a fragrance. And so, you know, it's funny because the fragrances we smell now, like the ones that we love, I'm thinking like in 20 years when we're wearing them while we're old and gray, people are going to be like, ugh, that's an old lady smell. That vanilla is old, so old lady. Anyway, but that was just the kind of like the vibes. And so, but there's a lot of it in here. And like I said, I don't know what shiso leaf is. But that was the only thing about it. It just smelled like... It was strong, and I enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed it. So it's not like I didn't enjoy it. I just wouldn't get it again. It's okay that this smells like what Marilyn Monroe might have put on. Like, it's okay. And so this was going to be one and done for me, but it was good. I really, really enjoyed it, especially with burning it with coconut scents and fresh scents. So it was really, really good, actually. This next one was another good one. And actually, let's do this one first. All of these were actually good. I know I've talked a lot about not wanting to purchase from Homeworks, but these all really shocked me. And let me see when they were born. Not born. I keep saying born. This was the Hinoki Woods and Bamboo was 2023. This one also is 2023. This one's Jasmine Rain. I got both of these on the website too, on the Slatkin & Co. website. But I had a little accident. Like, these were stacked up, and this is why I don't necessarily want to buy. It's hard to store these because they just slide off of one another. Like, they just slide off of one another. So anyway, this one is Jasmine Rain. It is jasmine, freesia, bergamot, and tonka. This was another good, like, just floral jasmine. I really like the note of jasmine. Like, it's very relaxing. It reminds me of, honestly, it reminds me of Bali because I got a few, I don't like massages, but I got a few massages in Bali because Indonesia massage, I don't know. It's just like what you do when you're there. It's cheap to get a really good massage. Like, for example, I got a full body massage for, I think it was 100 and something. I think their currency is it rupiah? I can't remember. Whatever their currency is. But it was equivalent to $8 US dollars. It was a full body massage. They were all up my neck, behind my ears, all of it. They cracked my toes. It was great. And I don't even like massages. I don't like massages, and they got it right. And so anyway, this one's just very jasmine, but that bergamot adds this like limey, citrusy note to it. I'm not necessarily familiar with freesia, but I'm sure it's in there and giving it just more of a floral smell. But this one was good too. I actually did the Hinoki Wood and Bamboo with this one a lot. This one I did have to put in a hurricane for it to be like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I think by itself is definitely like a 6 or 7. But even with it being in a hurricane, without it being in a hurricane, I thoroughly enjoyed it in an open concept. So there's that. So this one was actually underneath that one that fell. So this one has a little bit of a crack in it as well. This is Sugared Lychee Martini. This is chilled premium vodka, sweet lychees, raw cane sugar, and a hint of vermouth. I have backups of this. One, I love that this lid is a little bit more sturdy than the silver lids. So I will be saving that lid. But this was just such a good scent. This might still be on sale on the QVC website. It was like 2 for $30 or 2 for $35 or something like that. Where they were, I want to say it was 2 for $30, like 2 for $29.99, like $15 each, which is good for homework candles. This is a great burner. It's great. It's definitely 8, 9, 10 out of 10, depending on your scale of what's strong. To me, it was not headache inducing. It's such a unique lychee smell. You have to like fruity type smells because it's definitely like super fruity. And maybe you don't, because I don't like fruity smells like that. But this one was really good to me. Because there's this, like, I think it's the vermouth. I don't necessarily get vodka. Vodka is supposed to not have a smell, but it does. It smells like alcohol. It just kind of makes me nauseous. I don't like vodka. But, like, to me, it's more like a lychee fruit in a chill glass with vermouth in it. And vermouth could be a little, like, the tiniest bit of an earthy, citrusy smell. I don't know, but they definitely did a great job with this one. I really and thoroughly enjoyed the scent. I have 3 more, and so I don't know when I'm going to burn those, but it'll probably be next year. I think it took too long to kind of get through for me to start one now. I don't know, who knows? It just depends on how I feel. And this last one is Vanilla Cherry Blossom, also from Homeworks. It's Cherry Blossom, Tart Blackberry, Blushing Peach, Vanilla Sugar. I thought that this was going to smell like Bath & Body Works Cherry Blossom body spray they've had, or lotion, their body care items. But it really doesn't. It's kind of sweet and almost candied, like a candied cherry blossom. It does say vanilla sugar. To me, I smell more of that tart blackberry with the peach and the vanilla sugar than I smell any type of cherry blossom floralness. This one's on the lighter side, even in a hurricane, but I could smell it. Maybe like a 6 out of 10. I could smell it in the open concept area. So there's that. So that is all my candles. I'm going to do a part 2 for my wax melts. So yeah, stay tuned.